The pfc2000 is a middle of the line G generator with precision frequency set up. I turned it on right now, and it has a built-in frequency meter right here, and of course it blinks also in the speed offset frequency. You can go up, and it's between 0.6 Hertz and 460 Hertz. The goddamn thing is already out. The pfc2000 is a middle of the line G generator. It's powered here with a 9-volt battery. Of course they don't last very long. You will get a power supply with it inside the US. Needs a 9-volt power supply, 200 milliamps, can be AC or DC. It has, I turn it on right now, and it's at the lowest at 0.6 Hertz. It has a built-in frequency meter. It's right here. I just turned it on. And with those 3 dials you can select the frequency. It goes from 0.6 Hertz to 450 Hertz. You see it blinking faster and faster. Strength-wise, it compares to the LPOG-2400DL. Same power about, same amount of orgonite in it, and also the advantage of this is it's an exact frequency meter, while the LPOG-2400DL has 6 preset frequencies and plus a continuous setting which goes also between 0.6 and 450, but you cannot measure it. The performer is of course much stronger, and it has an audio input. The performer has, however, the frequency meter with it. And the audio input of the performer of course can be used for affirmations, to repeat and loop them and so on. Check that out. Of course performer is much higher price because it's much stronger. And then another comparison is a PCHD, which you can use for the affirmation input. It is dependent on any kind of input from the outside for the frequency here. If you get the pfc2000 and then the PCHD, you have a combination of machines which are very similar to the performer. The pfc2000 is an ideal G generator for personal use, meditation, sports, fitness, weight loss, naturally, because you can set the frequency very, very precisely for whatever you need it. And you see a list of frequencies in the manual. Just about anything else you can use it. Here it's at 10 Hertz, which works very well for universal applications. Also you can connect it with any method to make things happen, such as vision boards, the law of attraction, affirmations, and of course our manifestation software. Any combo of those methods and a lot more. And like all of the middle of the line G generators and above, it is set up to optimize water. You can see an online demo of the pfc2000, ask for it, when you are video calling us. The PFC is very easy to set up. First, simply turn it on and then turn on the frequency meter. If you use a vision board, actually a mind map is a very nice vision board. That's something I'm going to teach sometime. Put it simply in front of the pfc2000, which then provides the vision board with the necessary life force, connecting trends and targets, and this way helping you to make things that you wish happen much faster. You can then add one or more affirmations and simply write it down and put the sheet with the generator. You can put it here. And as such, it combines the vision board with your affirmation. And then, if you decide to combine it with the software, put the structural link to the software in front of the output pipe. It can be on top of the vision board. Perfect. So everything gets that energy that you use. Of course, you can run each one of these methods by themselves. Whatever setup you feel best about, either a combination or a more simple setup, such as just affirmations, or just one of the manifestation programs, do it. Do it your way. Next, you select the precision frequency for your operation. You can look at a list of frequencies for specific purposes, which you see in the manual, and you select one from there. Or, number 2, you can use the stick pad to find out a good setting of the dials, which determines then the frequencies. Using the stick pad typically is getting an ideomotor response, such as using a pendulum, muscle testing and the like. Rub one of the fingers on the stick pad, and when the rub feels differently, some people say it sticks, then you stop turning it, then go with the next dial, do the same thing here, same thing with the third dial. Of course, you can also use a gut feeling when setting the dials for a frequency. Simply by knowing, you don't even need to focus on it very strongly. By knowing what you are doing right now and setting the dials arbitrarily, so to say. I did double-blind experiments to prove that this approach is very valid. Personally, I like it best. Then, once you have a frequency, either by gut feeling or by stick pad or by looking it up, write it down, and when doing an operation which is similar to the one you are doing at that point, you can set up the dials the same way. When using a transfer such as the TC99, the power booster with transfer disc, you put the booster up front here and you carry the transfer with you. You can put it on your keyring. or the RAO, the large transfer. Again, you put a small disc there, use this to put food, drinks, water onto it, the larger disc here. Regardless where you are, you know that already. And you can use those type of transfers to charge yourself, to charge other persons, and especially with this, but also with all the other ones of the transfers, you can charge water, food, pets, and a lot more. An ideal thing for water, food, pets is the G coaster, where you again put one of them in front of it and the other part wherever you want it. You can put the second G coaster, for instance, onto your water line, onto a water tank, reverse osmosis tank or filter tank if you have those, or a jar of water to charge it, or on food and so on. Works very effectively. And you can also use this to put it into living space, specific locations. The coaster again helps very much. You can buy those coasters, larger quantities. On chairs, can put it under the chair so people don't need to see what it is, even whole rooms, and then put the energy you want with the machine, affirmation, whatever it is. And whenever people are there on the chair, in the specific location, they actually draw the specific energy and the specific effect which you are setting up, or the trends. For instance, if you want to be very efficient in writing or in doing art, you put that at the desk on which you are working, table where you are working, the chair where you are sitting, and have that energy project to you. So you have the transfer for your energy. However, when you are in that location, you have that specific energy with you. And of course, when you go there, you can also, when you do art, for instance, for creativity, you set a specific frequency, typically the alpha range there then. As far as pets are concerned, put the transfer at the favorite place of pets. They probably like it a lot more. You can put it also, this is the coaster, or any other transfer. You can put it next to plant, and of course, you know, you should also charge the water that you, and fertilizers for those plants. Especially you put the fertilizer into the water, and then you charge water with fertilizer it. You can put the coaster or any other transfer next to aquariums to help fish and plants in the aquarium. Again, only about half an hour a day is sufficient for this. You can select the beneficial frequencies for this purpose, of course. And last not least, you can use the pfc2000 also to charge business cards, flyers, catalog, and add specific energies, effects, people liking what they see, for instance, into them to make those business cards, flyers, catalogs more effective.